The world of networked computers seems alien and mysterious, particularly when we are just entering it, or when we're moving from using a computer like a typewriter to using it as a processor of information, hooked up to other processors, or when we're challenged to think of ways computers and networks can help us work smarter, faster, better. Like all those other folks, when we thought we had plenty to think about already. This world can be daunting. It can make us feel like dinosaurs. It can even make us think there's so much to learn that we'll never catch up to the 90s, much less the late 90s. Well, welcome to the 21st century. This presentation will show you how networks work in simple terms. It will also show you how to create them, how you can use them, and why you should bother. It all starts here, at your desktop, your command station. You work here, you keep your files here. Perhaps you're connected to the internet via America Online or a direct internet service provider. To make this connection, you bought an external modem or an internal modem card. You also installed some special software that allows your computer to talk to your modem, and some more software to get email and to explore your service or the internet. In these days of so-called plug and play, it may have been pretty simple to hook up the modem and install the software. And if there were problems, maybe you got some help from the folks who sold you the modem, or the folks you used to connect online. When you succeeded in getting online, you completed the basics of hooking up a network. You added some physical components, a modem and some cable. You added some software components, some which set the rules for how your computer talks over the network, and others which let you accomplish tasks over the network. And now you have some added capabilities. You can do more with your computer. You are more informed, and you can be more productive. Faster, smarter, better. Building networks can be complicated, but understanding a few underlying concepts will help you navigate the forest and find the trees you're looking for. In every network, there is a physical layer, which is the actual hardware that connects things. There is a logical layer, which describes the pathway the data uses to move from one computer to another. There are several layers which we will call protocol layers. These define the rules for how your data is translated and packaged for shipment over the physical network. They also define the rules for transmitting the data across the network. On top of everything sits an application layer, which allows application processes like email and web browsers and groupware to have direct access to the network. As a network gives you direct access to more information, your productivity improves. Smarter, faster, better. Many small businesses start with just one or two computers. One might be used for writing things, and the other for bookkeeping. These functions are quite distinct, and in the beginning there may be little need for the computer that creates text documents to talk to the computer that keeps the books. But if the business keeps going, at some point there will be enough work to justify a new person and a new computer. Sometime after that new computer is installed, one begins to wonder if there is an easier way to get files from one to the other besides floppy disks. Among other problems, every time computer 2 wants to print something, he has to load his files onto a floppy and walk them over to computer 1, which has the printer hooked to it. Computer 1 has to stop what she's doing in order to open the new files and print them. The files may be too big to fit on a floppy, so you have to hassle with zipping them up into archives and then unzipping them on the other machine. You can spend a lot of time doing this. In DOS, it's even uglier. Or you can network the computers. You put some hardware in each computer, called a network interface card, and hook up a cable between them. You install some software known as drivers, so the computer's operating system sees the new card and can talk to it. And now you have built a LAN, a local area network. Pretty straightforward. You can send files back and forth easily, and depending on what software applications you're working on, you can even work on the same file at the same time. You discover that your printer is networkable. You put a hub in place and run the network cables from the computers to the hub. You also run cables to the printer, and now, when either computer wants to print, the other computer is not affected. Now each desktop is freed from the needs of the other, and each can perform at its maximum capability. Smarter, faster, better. The business grows. New people are added and new offices equipped with more computers. A new network hub is added and a server computer is installed. Now files that are central to the enterprise can be stored in one place. Things like product development information, project files, marketing information, calendars, customer lists, accounts receivable. Each employee is given an email account, cutting down on fax costs and allowing direct communications with customers, subcontractors, and suppliers. And you realize that all of these functions could be put into a workflow system, a systematic organization of the flow of information generated as the company runs its business. Such organization makes the business run more efficiently, smarter, faster, better. The business continues to grow. Offices are leased on the floor above. New hubs are installed, and a router connects the LAN on one floor to the LAN on the other. Through the utilities riser, the LANs are connected to a point of presence POP, and from there to a metropolitan area network. A branch office is opened in another part of the city. Through the metropolitan area network, the home office connects to the public telephone system, which links it to the network at the branch office. Increasing success in sales creates a need to open an office in another city and several more cities over time. Long-distance costs go up, travel costs increase the cost of training, and redundant systems and personnel increase the cost of doing business. The company must decide whether or not to set up centralized systems to connect their operations. Competition demands growth or a slow decline. The economical way to handle this is to extend the automated systems developed for the home office and make them available over a wide area network. An additional level of efficiency is achieved through real-time collaboration software. These applications allow staff and sales meetings over the network with real-time audio, video, whiteboarding, and presentation tools. Travel costs are cut significantly, and expertise is shared more frequently. The company decides to create an intranet. This allows employees to access human resources information, sales databases, and production status reports. This reduces HR costs, keeps employees better informed, and provides better service to customers. An intranet TV training station is implemented with on-demand access from each desktop. Key technical people hold classes real-time, and these are digitally captured for later playback. Similarly, older training films are digitized and archived for on-demand viewing across the enterprise. Computer-based training modules are developed to supplement the video materials. Company-wide training can now occur without travel expenses or the lost productivity associated with taking people away from their workstations for training classes. Because the company runs more efficiently, with greater levels of interaction and accountability, it gains market share. Staffing is increased, increasing the need for office space. Some employees are allowed to telecommute. to work from home at a computer that is connected to the company networks. This reduces a host of costs and actually increases productivity. The company's multinational customers request that it open a branch office in another country. There are more flavors of hardware, more protocol issues, more complexity. But the layered approach still applies. Hardware is added, software is added, capabilities are added. The network-centric approach allows the company to scale efficiently, staying in touch with the local markets as the business expands. Smarter, faster, better. But none of this scalable efficiency and increased productivity could have been achieved without networking. This overview illustrates the concepts that underlie all networking. Next, you can access our Interactive Learning Center to see more detail about each of the subject areas outlined in this overview. When you want to access complete information about setting up any kind of network, from the smallest to the largest, our online resource center is available. Here you can find all the pieces necessary to implement a network, as well as information about the products, the vendors of those products, and specialists who can assist you as you search for the right solution now and for the future. So, congratulations! You have passed Network 101. Welcome to the 21st century.